Okay. Hello. Um, Today my topic is the definition of the consumer. We will be doing definition of the consumer under the Consumer Protection Act. But before I should start this thing, I must say that in my previous uploaded videos, I have covered the history behind the enactment of the Consumer Protection Act 1986. As you know, Consumer Protection Act 1986 is our old act which has been amended and replaced by the new Consumer Protection Act 2019. But as I have told you, we have to keep pace with the time. So in view of this line, I told you the enactment of the Consumer Protection Act 1986. Now also with the growth of the internet, digital technology, e-commerce, to meet the demand of the age of the digitization, as you people know that we are living in the era of technology in industrial revolution, and technology is taking more space in human life. So you can see that e-commerce platform are there. So we need a very strict we need very strict provision which can deal with the present scenario in more simpler way. That's why we got our new Consumer Protection Act 2019. So this act gives new definition of consumer which include online concept. It has also given the new definition of good which focus on food, the term food also. And there are provisions regarding endorsement of goods and services and many more things which we do one by one. So today I will be covering the definition of the consumer. As you know, this is the definition of the consumer which I am reading and explaining you, so you people must pay attention. Consumer means any person who buy any goods for consideration which has been paid or promised, or partly paid and partly promised, or under any system of deferred payment. So consumer means a buyer. Who buy means a buyer who purchase goods for self consumption and he has paid something in return, that is the consideration. Now the types of the consideration are mentioned here. Consideration which has been paid, it means totally in cash or promised, credit system, or partly paid and partly promised, or under system of deferred payment. Deferred payment here means installment. So if a person has buy certain goods on a installment, so he would be counted as a consumer. So this is the thing. This is the first thing which is being explained in the first half of this paragraph. The second half of this paragraph says that consumer also include any user of such goods other than the person who buys such goods. It says that, so this line generally distinguish between the user and the buyer. Suppose a father bought a scooty for his son to gift a scooty, matlab he is going to gift scooty to his son. Now, so here the father who moved the consideration, who paid the consideration, so he is the buyer of that scooty. But the scooty is being used by his son, who is the user here. So as per this definition, if the user using the product with the approval of the person, see here, when such use is made with the approval of the person, if he is going to use that product with the approval of the person, then he would be counted as a consumer. He would be counted as a consumer plus the buyer also. So here in this case, both father and the son both will be considered as a buyer. Now there's an exception which is being mentioned here. Consumer does not include a person who obtain goods for resale or for any commercial purpose. So if a person, there are 2 points, resale and commercial purpose. So if a person bought goods for resale, suppose I am the dealer and I have purchased some units of goods from the manufacturer which I have further resale to the retailer, which I am going to further provide to the retailer. So here I with the only intention, the sole intention of mine here is to purchase those goods for resale. So here I am not going to use that good, so I am not so I would not be called as the consumer. So consumer, if a person purchase goods for resale purpose, definitely he would not be counted as a consumer. Similarly for commercial purpose, that means when goods are being purchased for profit motive, when you are purchasing the goods and using them to earn profit, that is for commercial purpose. So if you are purchasing goods in the name of the company or in name of anything institution you run, but not in your personal name, with the motive of earning profit, then that purchasing then that purchasing, if you purchase such goods, then in that scenario you would not be present as a you would not be standing as a consumer of those goods. Suppose I run a coaching center, and for that coaching center I have to buy table chair. So I ordered in bulk table chair so that it can be used in my coaching center. So and I purchased those table chair in the name of my coaching center. So here that purchase clearly show for commercial purpose. So here I would not be counted as a consumer. So here the definition of the consumer is here in term of good, as the first paragraph is dealing with the goods only. The second paragraph deal with the services. So in this case, consumer means any person who hire or avail of any service for a consideration which has been paid or promised or partly paid and partly promised or under any system of deferred payment. Same thing. अगर आपको वो फर्स्ट पैरा समझ में आ गया है, then you would not face any difficulty in understanding this paragraph. So if a person purchase, मतलब if a person avail any services and in something he is paying consideration for that. For example, a person went to the restaurant and there he ordered something and the waiter served those dishes to him. So here there he is getting the benefit. He is getting the services, and for that he is paying consideration. So here he is the consumer. Similarly, it also include any beneficiary of such services other than the person who hire or avail of the services. So same thing, beneficiary also would be considered as a consumer. I will explain you with an example. Suppose a father took his son to the doctor because he was very ill. So he took him to the doctor. Doctor rendered his service to him. Now, but the consideration was being moved out by the father. So here the beneficiary was the son. Son was the sole beneficiary. So here son would be counted as a consumer, plus his father would also be counted as a consumer. Same thing, exception is also there, that consumer does not mean a person who avails services for any commercial purpose. But if you are availing services for commercial purpose, then it would not be counted as, then you would not be counted as a consumer. For example, if you want to go for a business trip, you are going out, matlab your office is sending you for the business trip to some foreign country. So your ticket being made by the office. So here आप जो ये सर्विस ले रहे हैं, दैट इज फॉर कमर्शियल पर्पस इन द नेम ऑफ द बिजनेस. आप यहाँ पे कमर्शियल पर्पस के लिए है. बट अगर आप अपनी मर्जी से कहीं पे घूमने जा रहे हैं जस्ट फॉर द सोल एंजॉयमेंट एंड फॉर दैट पर्पस यू बुक द टिकट, airline ticket, so that would not be counted as a commercial purpose. Now, explanation. For the purpose of this clause, the expression commercial purpose does not include use by a person of goods bought and used by him exclusively for the purpose of earning his livelihood by means of self-employment. This line clearly distinguishes between commercial purpose and self-employment. Suppose if a person is running a taxi, he is having a car and he converted his car into a taxi, so to earn his livelihood. So by self-employment, so here he is not doing any commercial, so that he is not doing anything for earning profit, so there is no commercial purpose. वो अपनी सिर्फ जीविका चलाने के लिए अपनी कार को टैक्सी में कन्वर्ट करके अपनी बस just to earn his livelihood. So here he would not be here he would be consumer. वो consumer है. We cannot say that कि वो commercial purpose के लिए है इसलिए वो consumer नहीं होगा. No, that would be wrong. यहाँ पर वो commercial purpose के लिए नहीं है. यहाँ पे वो कुछ भी profit earning के लिए नहीं कर रहा है. Just to earn his livelihood, he has converted his car into taxi and वो अपने आप उसे चला रहा है. Self employment. So he would be counted as a consumer. वो consumer कहलाएगा. बस कब नहीं कहलाएगा? When he is earning for commercial purpose. A wealthy person having his own business, self employment है, plus उसने क्या किया, उसने एक कार ले ली और उसको टैक्सी कन्वर्ट करके एक हायर कर लिया ड्राइवर. ही हायर्ड अ ड्राइवर फॉर दैट पर्पस कि टू रन दैट कार एज अ टैक्सी. तो वहाँ पर वो कमर्शियल पर्पस के लिए होगा. दैट वुड नॉट बी कंसिडर्ड एज अ सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट इन ऑर्डर टू अर्न हिज लाइवलीहुड. So this is the thing. In our previous legislation में अगर आप देखें Consumer Protection Act 1986 में, this definition there was a full stop. यहाँ पर full stop है. This definition come to an end here. But the new Consumer Protection Act 2019, this Consumer Protection Act sole motive इसका यही है to meet all the needs in the age of digitization. That's why this latest Amendment Act 2019 include consumers who make purchases online. So this definition covered this type of transactions, online, offline, both. Earlier, the Consumer Protection Act 1986 was silent on online transaction, but 2019 expressly and explicitly make online, offline, both transactions. देखिए, the expression buy any good and hire or avail any services includes offline or online transaction through electronic mean or by teleshopping or direct selling भी अगर आप कर रहे हो, multi-level marketing. So it speaks about both online and offline. So this is the definition of the consumer under the Consumer Protection Act. Hope you guys मतलब आपको समझ में आया. नाउ मैं आपको अपनी नेक्स्ट वीडियोस में आपको कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट 2019 के कुछ की हाइलाइट्स आपको एक्सप्लेन करूँगी इन कंपैरिजन विद द ओल्ड कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट 1986. टिल देन टेक केयर, बाय बाय.